Yeah, hi guys. So we are back with NukeLeeUs, conversations and talking about exercise and all. So today is a special one that we're starting for children. So how exercise is very, very important for children and what they should be doing. Okay. So idea is, again, what we'll do. We'll be talking about three things, mainly what recent news updates in exercise and all that stuff. We'll be taking questions and answers. And today we'll also start actually exercises on a daily basis, what should be done. There'll be a link soon enough after we're done with this video. There'll be a link that you'll be having where you can actually see the whole weekly plan. So all the school children, all the parents, grandparents also start doing those exercises, uncles, aunts and all that stuff, okay? So from now on we'll try to be on, we not only try, we'll be on time. There's a character called Ankush, we're late because of him right now, okay? So let's get started. So again, the first thing is about exercise. Everyone thinks about, why is exercise important? So exercise is important because we were born, we ran to be born, okay? So it's natural to us. Whether you're a living being or even so-called dead, as in a planet which is not dead really, everything moves, living or non-living, okay? So the very basic instinct for us is being active, moving, right? And what happens is we stop doing that, and that's when the problems start happening. So that's the thing. All right, so let me just look for a few articles that came out this week that I'm very interested in. Just give me a second. So one of the things that, in the world of sports medicine and exercise medicine we're talking about is that 1 hour of exercise, is it enough in a day? Yeah, most people don't even do that, but if you are active, that 1 hour is not going to cut it. What you have to be doing is you have to be active throughout the day, all right? What about the 23 hours, the other 23 hours, except for that 1 hour? Are you active during that time or not? So that's very, very important part. So idea of these exercises that we're going to talk about is on those lines in NukeLeeUs, is can you do it 6, 7, 8 times a day, some very small bits here and there, like a minute here, a minute there kind of thing. So it's about picking up an active lifestyle, all right? So that's one very, very important thing. Then give me a minute. Yes, the other point that is there is strength training important for you, okay? So one, as I said, it has to be done multiple times throughout the day. You have to be active throughout the day, okay? The other part is strength training. Strength training is a very, very important exercise. In Indian context, what happens is when we talk about exercise, we think it's going to be walking, running, and that's it. Strength training, if you don't have the strength, if you don't have the conditioning, what happens is how do you move well, all right? So it becomes very, very important. Start working on your exercises, okay? You do that, you do your strengthening, only then you'll be running or walking pain-free, all right? And you'll be doing justice to how much you can actually move, how well you can move. I keep talking about one example all the time, so go back to the days, and I know a lot of you might not even remember this, when the Maruti 800 had come, and Ambassador and Fiat used to rule Indian roads, okay? And that was, Maruti 800 was a far smaller car, had far lesser metal than Ambassador, for example, and even the engine was smaller, but it was a more fuel efficient vehicle, all right? Same is the idea with the body. Whatever you have, let's make it more fuel efficient, let's make it more like working the right way, okay? And that's where the strength comes. So, you would not believe, but Maruti, that small car, the 800, per kg was far more powerful than an Ambassador. And that is the intent. Small or big, let's get those muscles working and let's get stronger. Then you do whatever, it'll really be very helpful. There's a very interesting quote from Dr. Thompson. Again, proper quote, I'll just put it in the link below. But what he says is to keep alive, cardiovascular exercises are very important. He's a cardiologist. So cardiovascular exercises are very important to keep you alive, but to stay out of actually the nursing homes and hospitals, strength training is very, very important, all right? So obviously when the statement was made, he was talking about more elderly and all that. It is applicable to everyone across the board from a very early age to later on, okay? So strength training, very, very important exercise. people have this query about how early can they start, all that stuff. When you're not even born, you're doing strength training. When you're moving against resistance, you're doing strength training. When you're born, when you take that first breath, that's strength training. When you're balancing that head of yours against gravity, as whatever tiny little baby that you are, you're going against gravity to balance it. That's yet again strength training. Okay, so strength training starts from a very early age. A fair point about weights. How soon can someone lift weights? Appropriate weights anytime, really. So there's nothing about how early. You do strength training from a very, very early age. Okay, so again, all backed by research, not only just me blabbering about it. Okay, we will do a session anyways on Monday, but there's a very interesting study that was done about that, and which was concluding that every cancer patient should be prescribed exercises. So what I'm really saying is, whatever your age be, you could be a student, you could be a corporate employee, you could be a housewife, whatever, you could be having whatever those diseases that are there. What is important is the exercises that you're doing. So please, 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 has to be done. Okay, let me see if there are any questions. What we'll do is while this thing uploads, what we'll do is we'll be showing exercise as well for the week. Then what we'll do is on our Instagram page, on our Facebook, on our Twitter, on YouTube, we'll be sharing exercises of the day, what has to be done on a daily basis, like a special, like a highlighted exercise of the day. But right away, in like next 5-7 minutes, we'll show all the exercises that I want you to get started. It's a great time. School's holidays have started or will start soon. It'll be a good idea over the next 4 to 6 weeks, along with the children, get going, get moving with these very, very basic things and get fitter. Okay. Okay, so still waiting for this Facebook thing. One of the questions I remember was about someone's child being 6 years old, and what are the appropriate exercises that child can be doing. I would say please just get them moving, get them out of the way, out of the house, get them to the park, get them moving. Your holidays, for example, see where it is a outdoor adventure activity kind of a holiday, rather than just just looking at concrete jungles from a Bangkok to a Singapore to whatever. Get them to exercise, get them to move, inculcate it in them. Okay, it isn't about should they be playing a particular sport. Yeah, they should play sports, multiple kinds. Okay, give them a ball. Don't worry about do they score or not. Let them jump around with it. Let them kick it around. Hand-eye coordination is great if they are playing a racket sport. They could be swimming. So if it could be combination like that. Okay, cycling is great for balance. So that kind of a combination is a good idea. Again, the exercise program that we'll come up with is very, very simple. It is to get those regular natural movements on. So just do that bit. Okay. Okay. So no questions so far on our thing. Again, another one is about nutrition. Actually, is it? I don't see any. Okay, just give me a minute, guys. So looking through. I'm sorry, just I don't see that questions here. Sorry, just waiting for the question. So just read it out, whatever it is. I can't see. So
Amita Ujay is saying I have pain in right heel. How to treat it?
Okay, heel. Okay, so usually the issue is okay, and here Bill Gates comes in handy when Steve Jobs fails. But okay, that's okay. All right. So if you have heel pain, so hi Amita. So if you have heel pain, primarily what is happening is you're picking up exercise at a later age, you have been inactive. What happens is if you've been active throughout, it not only builds the muscles, it also loads the bones. When the bones are under load, they get stronger. Okay. Most people pick up exercise yet again after 20 years and 30 years, and then they start running or whatever, and suddenly there are pains in the knees and shins and all that. So idea is start working gradually, baby steps, don't rush it. That's a very simple one. And as you're doing resistance exercises, strength training exercises, you'll start working on things like shin and the heel and all that. So that's one. Second one is vitamin D. Please get vitamin D tested. It most probably will be low, and it'll start calming it down, this pain that is there. The third one is when you're running, for example, start landing softly on your feet. Okay, those 3 simple tips, just get on with it. Check it out, try it. It should work. Okay. Shaker says pain in both toes, how to treat it. I have no idea, Shaker. So till I don't see it, I would know. What is the reason? Again, Shaker says, hi, I'm a beginner in runner. Since last 1 month, I'm facing pain in both my big toes. Probably a shoe size is wrong. Okay, big toe could be hitting the front of the shoe, right? Now it could be a small size shoe, it could be a too big a shoe, right? So if it's too small, obviously it's hitting the front. If it's too long, the foot is moving within the, it's almost doing like a skiing within the shoe, right? And that could cause the pain. Do you clip your toenails, all right? So always as a runner, you should always clip your toenails every week at least, all right? So yeah. It has not to do anything with overpronation. Overpronation is overrated. So get stronger, it will start calming down, okay? Wet test and all that is tricky, so don't bother with all that. Yeah, as you say that you change the shoes, the shoe should be open from the front. It should be like a comfortable space in there. Yes, sir. Any other questions? I don't.
Yeah. Avni asked, can kids follow NukeLeeUs?
That's the whole idea, Avni. Today, that's exactly what we're trying to do. Is we're saying children should be picking it up. Please get on with it. We'll demonstrate right away what exercises we're talking about as a week 1. We will share the link as well. The main idea of NukeLeeUs was actually focusing on the children, but at the same time saying it is applicable, it can be done by anyone. So please, 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 any children that school-going children, college-going children, get them active. I mean, we ourselves or most of my friends are great examples that they were very active till school, and then 20 years they did nothing, and then when they go back to activity, they get hurt because we've forgotten how to move properly. So please, NukeLeeUs is designed in a way that you don't lose your movement pattern at all. It's a very, very simple, but get the kids moving, please. All school children should be doing it.
Another question by Manmohan Singh. He says, sir, I've done half marathon in 2 hours, Delhi, planning for Ladakh, full marathon, 3.5 months to go. As you're aware of Ladakh, do you think I should go for this? What would be best strength exercises for this?
So this is a question about Ladakh marathon and what exercises to do, should go, should not go. I've done a few marathons, all that. I'll answer this one, but the point is today's session was mainly on NukeLeeUs. People have been running Ladakh after having done 1, 2, 3, 4 full marathons and all that. So yeah, just go. But the point is, remember Khardung challenge, for example. If you're doing the whole lot, that's a slightly long. It's an ultra marathon, 74 I think kilometers or so. If you're doing a marathon, you'll be running at an average of 11,000 plus feet altitude. Now that's decently high, right? And something's happening to the camera. Okay, let's come to the center again. And I'm seeing the wrong video. Sorry, guys. Okay, so idea is if you're at Khardung, in Leh and all that at 11,000 feet, and from a zero you go to that altitude, your lungs have to be acclimatized, your body needs to be acclimatized. Very simple tip is land there sooner. Okay, be there a week before. Don't land there just 3 to 4 days before, please. As much as the organizers say whatever, things are fine till something goes wrong. Accidents don't happen every day. They only happen once, and that's it. Game over. Okay. So please take care, go a week before, settle down well, keep yourself hydrated, eat well during that time. Don't look for your personal best. Be prepared for like a time which is in excess of 30 minutes more than your regular time and all that stuff. And enjoy it. It's not a race up there. Just enjoy, just get to the finish line. Yes, you can. Strength training wise, I would say just start doing a NukeLeeUs exercise program, and that's the best I can say. Okay. What other questions? Yeah, I see it. Yeah, so Anita asks, take vitamin D course as suggested by you. Yes, ma'am. So, I mean, it's a very standard thing today, once a week for next 4 to 8 weeks. Uh, I mean, if I haven't seen, I would just say that please do a blood test for sure. Okay, so that becomes important. Mathangi, could you kindly suggest exercises for neck pain? Mathangi, seriously, start with your nucleus exercise that we'll be showing right away. Get on with that. We will be showing something about upper back, like an orange squeeze, and we will be doing some ANS alphabets and stuff like that. Just get on with those simple exercises. They help. Okay. And I yet don't know how to see more questions. So that's it really. What we'll do is we'll get on with the exercises. That's all from my side. So my colleague Ankush will demonstrate the exercises. There will be 9 of these things. Again, the idea is, I mean, what we are saying, do these 11 repetitions of these exercises 3 times a day. For school children, I would say, why stop at 11? You know, start even doing more if you can, or maybe do more than 3 sets. So stick with 11 repetitions, do 5 sets, 6 sets a day, all right? And every day, as I said, we will be coming out, you know, the exercise of the day kind of a thing. You know, let's focus on that one exercise for the day, right? That's about it. So Ankush, come along. Let's see. Right. So I'll remove the chair and. All right. So Ankush, first of all, what are you going to do then?
So we start with the skipping jack.
So skipping jack first, okay? And what he is doing is he's simply jumping in the same spot. And idea is when he does that, he's mobilizing those ankle, knee, hip joints. So and just loosening the rest of the muscles. So you're getting prepared for rest of the exercises. So skipping jacks, okay? Okay.
Second one is hobbit toes.
So hobbit toes. If you notice what he's doing there, he's squeezing his toes as if there's a paper or a newspaper under his feet, and he's squeezing those, right? And this is called hobbit toes, and he's supposed to do 11 repetitions of these, okay, with both feet, one foot at a time. All right, so again, just keep doing it, just keep showing it, yeah. So imagine there's a paper or a newspaper under your toes and you're just crumbling it, okay? And again, notice what he's doing is his toe keeps touching the ground when he's doing it, okay? He's not raising it. Do it with the left leg. Okay. Excellent. So again, 11 repetitions, 3 times a day. Very, very important because your arches are very weak, and because of that whole thing that people are talking about, overpronation, stuff like that, that's going on. Okay, so just please do this one. All right, sir. Next.
Elbow raises.
Okay, Elvin raises. So here, what happens is he's just getting off the ground, so raising his heels and raising it up. Yeah, so 11 times he's doing that. He's just going up and down like that. Slowly controlled movement that he's looking at. What we are working on is the calf muscle, because calves become very, very tight. When calves are almost like your second heart of the body, if they're not moving well, your foot movement, your knee movement, and your hip movement will be under a lot of strain unnecessarily, right? And yeah, it restricts the ankle movements, right, sir? Next.
Next one is punches.
Okay. Now what he's doing here is the exercise called punch in, and he's punching himself, or he's faking it that he's punching. So what he does is, as soon as someone's going to punch in, you are aware of it, you tighten your abdomen. So it's just a reminder. The punch in is just a reminder. You need to be kind of tight around there. Okay, you're not sucking the tummy in. So that is a simple thing that you're doing there, and you repeat it 11 times. Each time you hold that tight position for the abdominal muscles for a second or 2, and you relax again, all right? And while doing this, you're not stopping your breathing. You just carry on breathing normally, all right? Yes, sir, next.
Breathings.
Okay, nothing very complicated here. He's just taking a long, deep breath in, and he's breathing out. So long deep breath in, hold it for a second or two, and breathing out. Okay. Okay. Again, deep long breath in, holding for a second or two, and breathing out. Right. And don't worry about too much. While he's doing that, or you do it yourself. Is the expansion happening around the chest or the abdominal area? It's okay wherever. Just want that long deep breath to be happening, and you're just breathing out. Okay. All right. And next.
And self-pivot.
Okay. Do you mind sitting down for this? So yeah. Okay, so Anne's alphabets. This is dedicated to one of my favorite teachers, Anne Gibbons. She's the one who taught me this simple thing. So, but very useful. What you're doing is you interlace your fingers. Just show us again. You interlace your fingers. Okay. You put them behind your neck. You bring your elbows together as if you're holding a pencil between the two elbows. With that big pencil in between the two elbows, you're now writing alphabets. And lowercase, rounded figures, big font like 160 or whatever. And you're writing A to Z, all of them. Okay. It could be your name, it could be A to Z, whatever. Now the idea with this one is you're mobilizing your upper back. This is very, very good for neck pain, shoulder pain, upper back pain, mobilizing the upper back, because using smartphones and laptops, you become very restricted, slouched, in the upper thoracic areas become very stiff. So this helps mobilize that bit. Very useful for back pain too. Okay.
The next one is orange squeeze.
Orange squeeze. So orange squeeze is again something I really like. So what you're doing is you're just standing, or you could be sitting really, but the point is, imagine there's an orange between your shoulder blades and you're just squeezing it. So keeping your shoulders relaxed, so just relax your shoulders a little bit, Ankush. Okay, and now just squeezing that orange between your shoulder blades. So just turn around please, and just point to us where the orange is. Yeah, so imagine the orange is somewhere in between the two shoulder blades, and you're squeezing it, and take the juice out of that orange and back again. So it's a very small movement. You only mistake that people make is they shrug their shoulders. So don't shrug the shoulders. Yeah, so that was wrong. So you just have your shoulders down, squeeze that orange, and off again. Now this is a very weak part for most people, even gym goers, the middle back. Okay, so let's get strong around there. Okay, so 11 reps, 3 times a day. If you can do more sets, why not?
Captain squats.
Okay, captain squats. So captain squats, you're just going down. Idea is not 120 degrees. So you don't even have to go all the way down. So just have the chair behind you. And actually turn it to 90 degrees. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so the idea of having the chair is to tell you what 90 degrees would be. If he was sitting all the way down, would have been a 90 degree, right? First thing is, how difficult is squat? Squat is very easy. All of us do squats every day. One is first thing in the morning, I think, and when we go to the loo. The second one is when we sit each time, okay? So just sit down on the chair and get up and sit down again. Now this is a squat already. So if you don't know how to do it, if you're not comfortable, get a chair, sit on it and get up. Okay? Half the things you're fixed right there by just doing literally that. Okay? So now that's a squat. Now what we are saying week 1, don't even worry about sitting down all the way on the chair. We are saying just halfway you're coming. So it's like a 120 degree angle that you're making at the knee angle, at the knee joint, and you come up. Yeah, so he's going a little slower for first week, but that's okay. Just just get that movement in. And 11 reps are enough. 3 times a day, whenever, every third hour or something like that. Excellent. Okay, so from the front, just do that. So have the chair behind. Now a few things for beginners I want is just shuffle the chair back. It's too much in front. Yeah, so Notice his feet are parallel, so beginners just have that around there. Okay, your feet are just below, your heels are below your knees, below your hips, kind of a thing. So effectively, your heels are shoulder width apart. All right, so they should not be too close or too far. Yes, I know, you know, those sumo positions and all that stuff, squats. There's no need to do all that. Please just keep this in mind right now. Just have your feet parallel, shoulder width apart, and you're just going with that. Okay. Other thing that, you know, maybe I should have mentioned while he was on the side, just, I mean, the chair will fix it already, but take care of your knees not going far ahead or ahead of your toes. So that's the one mistake that people make. They go too far ahead. Yeah, just do the wrong way. Yeah, so the way he's leaning forward is not like that. So think, yeah, turn again, yeah. That's the wrong way. That's how Ankush does, which is wrong. And the right way would be when he thinks of sitting on the chair, right? And you already fixed it by doing that, okay? And
wall.
yeah. Okay, so the next one is wall push-up. So you look for a stable wall, and what you're doing is, most people who do push-ups, they do it incorrectly. Okay, so it's a push-up. So this, it's like, you know, imagine a straight line from the neck till the heel. So don't do it incorrectly first. So take your butt for, yeah. So most people do push-ups like that. Okay, whether they're doing on the floor or whether they're doing the wall squat and wall push-up and all that. So idea is keep it straight. That's right. And now lean forwards, and you're leaning from the heel. Okay, so from the foot is where you are bending forwards from, not from the mid back. Okay, excellent. Yeah, and each time, and again, don't shrug your shoulders, keep your shoulders down. And again, think of that orange between your shoulder blades. You're just trying to squeeze that bit as well when you're going down, right? Once you get used to doing it against the wall, then we'll take it, progress it further to whatever. But right now, non-stop, you're just going, you know, towards the wall and back again. If it's hurting, don't do it. Maybe fixing it by, you know, lowering your shoulder blades could help. Just work with that. But wall push-ups first before you think about something on the floor. As I said, most people do it incorrectly, and they cause pain to themselves, back pain, shoulder pain, neck pain, by doing push-ups. Anything else, sir? Awesome. So check out the details. We'll have it in this link itself, and we'll take it on from there. And that's about it. See you next Saturday, next Tuesday anyways at 6 p.m. And this is Chetan. So yeah, so we'll be there next week, just, you know, next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Saturday doing the same thing at 9 a.m. Right, where we'll be talking about nucleus and kid fitness and all that stuff. The one on Tuesday, 6 p.m. is more about pain. We'll be talking about pain that day, right? Okay guys, over and out. Take care.